Hello, friends. Did you realize that we never put much thought into our own thinking habits? While it's an unusual observation, hidden in this is the entire secret of becoming better at what we do, achieving more, and being a bigger success. I'm Srinivasan Gopal from Motivation on the Move. I hope this video will give you a clear idea of how your thoughts create your reality. Understanding this concept and applying it diligently will completely reprogram your mind. Let's understand a few things about our thoughts. Thoughts are like seeds. Every thought seed sown or allowed to fall into the mind and take root there produces its own blossoming sooner or later into the act and bearing its own fruit of opportunity and circumstances. Good thoughts bear good fruit, bad thoughts, bad fruit. You cannot sow a cactus seed and expect apples to grow out of it. Man's mind is like a garden that, when intelligently cultivated and tended with care, will grow the flowers and fruits he requires. When a man tends the garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless thoughts, cultivating with perfection the flowers and fruits of what is right, useful, and pure thoughts, his garden starts to look heavenly. But he must ensure to diligently dig out the useless weeds detrimental to the garden of his life. By pursuing this process, a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life. He also reveals within himself the laws of thought and understands with ever increasing accuracy how the thought forces and mind elements operate in the shaping of his character, circumstances, and destiny. The inner world of thoughts shapes itself into the outer world of circumstance. Both pleasant and unpleasant external conditions are factors that make for the individual's ultimate good. As the reaper of his own harvest, man learns both by suffering and bliss. Man is buffeted by circumstances so long as he believes himself to be the creature of outside conditions. But when he realizes that he is a creative power and that he may command the hidden soil and seeds of his being, out of which circumstances grow, he then becomes the rightful master of himself. Men are anxious to improve their circumstances but are unwilling to improve themselves. They therefore remain bound in the cycle of failures and defeat. The man who does not shrink from self-crucifixion can never fail to accomplish the object upon which his heart is set. This is as true of earthly as of spiritual progress. Even the man whose sole object is to acquire wealth must be prepared to make greater personal sacrifices before he can accomplish his object. The harder he works and ready for sacrificing the need for immediate gratification, the more so he would realize a strong and well-poised life. What then is the meaning of fighting against circumstances? It means that a man is continually revolting against an effect without, while all the time he is nourishing and preserving its cause in his heart. This cause and effect from our own internal thought processes to external outcomes must be understood well. That cause may take the form of a conscious vice or an unconscious weakness, but whatever it is, it stubbornly retards the efforts of its possessor and thus calls aloud for remedy. Good thoughts and actions can never produce bad results. Bad thoughts and actions can never produce good results. This is but saying that nothing can come from corn but corn, nothing from an apple tree but apples. Men understand this law in the natural world and work with it, but few understand it in the mental and moral world, though its operation there is just as simple and undeviating, and they therefore do not cooperate with it. This is what I meant by saying that we never observe our own minds and thoughts in the opening remarks of this video. Suffering is always the effect of wrong thoughts in some direction. It is an indication that the individual is out of harmony with himself, with the law of his being. The sole and supreme use of suffering is to purify, to burn out all that is useless and impure. Suffering ceases for him who is pure. There could be no object in burning gold after the dross had been removed, and a perfectly pure and enlightened being could not suffer. Thoughts of fear, doubt, and indecision crystallize into weak, unmanly, and irresolute habits, which solidify into circumstances of failure, indigence, and slavish dependence. Lazy thoughts crystallize into habits of uncleanliness and dishonesty, which solidify into circumstances of foulness and beggary. Hateful and condemnatory thoughts crystallize into habits of accusation and violence, which solidify into circumstances of injury and persecution. Selfish thoughts of all kinds crystallize into habits of self-seeking, which solidify into circumstances more or less distressing. On the other hand, beautiful thoughts of all kinds crystallize into habits of grace and kindliness, which solidify into genial and sunny circumstances. Pure thoughts crystallize into habits of temperance and self-control, which solidify into circumstances of repose and peace. Thoughts of courage, self-reliance, and decisiveness crystallize into manly habits, which solidify into circumstances of success, plenty, and freedom. Energetic thoughts crystallize into habits of cleanliness and industry, which solidify into circumstances of pleasantness. Gentle and forgiving thoughts crystallize into habits of gentleness, which solidify into protective and preservative circumstances. A particular train of thought persisted in, be it good or bad, cannot fail to produce its result on the character and circumstances. A man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly yet surely shape his circumstances. Let a man cease from his negative thoughts, and all the world will soften towards him and be ready to help him. Let him put away his weak and sick thoughts, and opportunity will spring up to aid his strong resolve. Let him encourage good thoughts, and no hard fate shall bind him down to defeat and shame. The world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combinations of colors which at every succeeding moment presents to you are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever-moving thoughts. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. You may just be helping someone in need of these very thoughts.